Hi, Taurus. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me again. A lot of change. A lot of change. And this season wants you to commit to that change. To commit to this path, and here you are. Whoop. To commit to who it is that you are and what we need to hear from you. In my opinion, I feel like Tauruses have a lot to teach people and a lot to teach everyone in ways of being that guide, that spiritual leader, just by the way that you move and the way you work. And this is, if there's a Gemini in your life, maybe you are getting married or establishing a relationship. Though I really do feel like this is more about you connecting to, even more to the spiritual nature, even more to God, the God in you, the divine, the creator, whatever you want to call it. And this month is asking you to really commit to it, to commit to the process that's already been taking place. And I think that it's so beautiful because Taurus in the season is in the season of spring, and spring, though blooms, it has many layers to it. And it's interesting to constantly see the layers that you reveal, and it's always so beautiful. Even when you cry, when you're sad, everything is quite beautiful. And there's a lot that you have to teach about relationships and to teach about the connection between you and what got you here, by listening to yourself, by being that stubborn bull that doesn't want to move. And things are moving, and they're going to move quicker, but it's because you're learning your pace. This past year was the first time I've ever seen a cow run, and it was the cutest thing I've ever seen. And I swear, I was just like saying to myself at one point, I was like, I've never seen like cows really move. I see them walk, like you see bulls run. I've never actually seen personally. I've seen a bull run, but I've never seen like a cow like get up and like go. And I saw one run for the first time, and it was so freaking cute. And it was they just look so happy. And I feel like that really is what this month is for you. And that's how I learn. I say something and then I see it, or I learn it from someone else. And that's kind of also the position that you're taking. And you're deciding what needs to go and what needs to stay, and meaning what needs to stay for the long run. Being that Taurus is in Uranus, this revolutionary stage for everyone. And you have the strength to do that. You have the emotional strength. Yes, it's going to continuously you're going to be asked to have that. And what you have is so potent. And you have a way for us, for yourselves, first and foremost. And there's nothing more that you deserve. I am deeply connected to this because I have a Taurus ascendant. So I feel this too. And I heard someone say that it's like being electrocuted along the way. Like the Taurus and Uranus is like finding that run, that trot between the bull and like what you're headed towards, and then also that really chill nature that you have. So there's this, you're learning to kind of shift between those two worlds, because we're learning right now as a collective, as a bigger group of people, we're all learning to let go of the physical in a lot of ways. And we're spiritually expanding. We need to understand, like the way that you understand, that there is always more. And that commitment brings that more. The commitment to your purpose, the commitment to having faith, essentially. And it's knowing that we can have more and that we're allowed to have more. and be that luxurious bull or cow. But also you have what it takes, and now you know you have what it takes to keep going and to really move forward on in your relationships and in business. And things are, if you didn't find love yet, you will. It's coming to you. Remember, it's coming to you. Or it's a deepening of your relationship. Not only with the person, and it's deepening spiritually even through your relationship that you have, that if it's already established. And there's the security there. A security that you may not have felt in the past because you were learning. Emperor. You're learning about yourself, the Emperor. You're learning about how much you can handle. How much you can hold. In being fixed earth, how much you can handle while being shaken up at the same time. Knowing that the shake is just getting you to kind of have new skin, a little bit new of restructuring inside. It's shaking you up, that it's like if you've ever experienced this, when your nervous system is changing, when your habits are changing, there can be shake. You can feel shaky. So if you're working out or, whatever you do and you feel that shake, it's that shake, that change that's forming something new. And then when that's you getting stronger. And I relate things to the body a lot, especially with earth signs, because that's where you can learn the most. That's where your intuition comes from innately. So if you're someone that needs to establish a physical routine, it might be a good idea to do so. That makes you feel strong, that makes you feel connected to yourself and to that movement and to what you're beginning to experience even more so. And this is also about you when you're finding that perfect timing, when you really need to say things and you need to speak up. And you're learning to do that, not just be the observer, and then also not just like throw your horns when it's gone too far. Like when someone pushes you too far, you're just like, well, then here it is. You're learning that's also the balance of the trotting, to not wait too long to say something, not wait too long to move away from something that's not good for you. It's not about staying stuck anymore. It's about being so committed to yourself and your purpose and your path that things will clear out of the way in order for you to really set that groundwork of seeing how the next decade is laid out for you, and we all have something to learn from you. But this is about you using those values, using what you've learned through having to hold all of the emotional instability that you felt. And it's really something special. You're something special. Okay. King of Wands. So if there is a masculine Aries in your life, I go with masculine and feminine because women could be masculine, men could be feminine, and whatever gender that you choose. So there's a masculine energy, maybe a father-like figure even, that is presenting themselves in a way that is matching that. So it's very similar to, I forgot what reading it was, but you're finding that either the universe or a masculine source is matching this place that you're in, this place of being very magnetic. So when you speak up and you're honest about things before it goes too far, the more that you're going to attract especially the things that are matching that energy and that are going to continuously roll with you onto the future. And there's a lot of support there. So if you're wanting to take charge within this month, it's a good idea to begin to do that so that things start to roll. Yeah, I'm really happy for you. This was so clear and concise. So Sagittarius season has the clear vision for you. And it's up to you to commit to the path that you're so choosing, and everything will start to lay out for you. And you'll get those like that nerve, that shock, or that little spark, the spark to continuously go and to know that you have that power to say, no, I'm good, keep going. You're in a place where you don't really need to explain yourself. So whoever doesn't get it, it's okay. No big deal. Just keep going. You know? It's so cool. Yeah. And it's a commitment. And you have the support. And there might be marriage. Yeah, I just see connection, commitment in a very loving way. And you have learned a lot about that. So yeah, I think it's magnificent. I love you so much. If you want to work with me one-on-one, my email will be below. I will have other things set up soon. Also on Instagram at the Contemporary Mystic, the same as here. And yeah, I look forward to being on this journey with you. See you next month. Hi Taurus, this is the other part of your reading. So major commitments to yourself, to you, and it could be a Gemini, of course, in your life. Could be marriage also happening in your life. Or you might be offering someone else's hand in marriage, or they're offering your hand in marriage. And also this deeper commitment to your path and your purpose, and sharing the truths that you know and sharing the insights that you have, and you're allowing that to sink into yourself. The more you commit to who it is that you are, no matter what line of work that you do, again, it's just sharing your innate values and what you know for these next years to come, that's what you'll be learning. And that's when, if there's certain things making space in your life, whether you're deciding or not, ultimately it is this greater decision to clear things away so that more can come in, and what you really feel is worth it, and what you understand enough about your values and enough about who you really are in this way that forms this clear road for you. That like when you know what you want, it's not so much the same as tunnel vision, but it's like it just becomes a clear road. It's not necessarily a straight line. It just becomes a clear map for you, and you build as you go. And you're building not only the strength within yourself and the strength within trusting the world, trusting what you're deciding to commit to, trusting your decisions and your path and your road. And the more that you clear things out, the more that you learn, the more that you grow, and the more that you understand what's actually important and why certain things needed to be cleared out or moved in order for you to go a different way. Because it's not hard for you to commit. It's just the change in direction sometimes can seem rather daunting when it's just what you need and what's needed for you. And then this is about like your higher purpose, your higher intention. So it's really beautiful and transformative. And it's going to take years, but this is like that beginning, this really true beginning of this next part in your life, the next chapter, the next book, however you like to put it. And it's this growth that you're learning. You could have learned from a older woman figure in your life as well, or a male or masculine energy in your life who can hold space for you now, maybe wasn't able to before. And a lot of times with energy, that's sometimes like when you, Taurus, learn to shift, other things shift too. It's because of your choices, but it's not necessarily under your control. I hope that makes sense. And things might seem a little bit slower, but it's not. You're going to be moving fast here and there. And again, you're learning how to trot. You're learning how to really use this fire that you're starting to feel more of, this really passionate place that you're in, and really bringing that together. This clear road that you may have learned to even start communicating with Mars being in Aries. So there's even this communication that you're starting to say, not only to yourself, but you mean what you say when you say it to other people. It's like this true alignment is starting to form. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you have one specific career path, though you will have like the greater purpose underneath it, like why are you doing this, is very clear and becoming very clear. The more that you commit to yourself, the more that you maybe even commit to your partner, you're learning something. And it's going to draw more fire, more power to you, and more power to what you're creating in each and every step. So it might feel slow, but each step is like sensational. Each step is such a big step that you need to feel that power. You need to have the rest. You need to also do what it is that makes you feel good. Like what you really know makes you feel good and worth it and on top. Because that's where this is all headed. And it's this commitment. It all starts with that. And yeah, I just really feel like a lot of you, there's marriage involved to someone really special to you. And that's also quite amazing. And I'm really happy for you. And if it's not what you want, now is the time to kind of make that big shift in your life. And this helpful tool from the universe wants to give you that opportunity. So take it. Clear roads ahead. I love you. I will see you next month. You can connect with me on Instagram or here to work with me further. I think that's it. Bye. Happy holidays.